Namaste, everyone, and welcome to the second Anchor the Light meditation, lecture and meditation for Wednesday. And yeah, I know some parts of you in the rest of the world are already in Thursday. So tonight we'll do our meditation, and as always, we do our best to give you a little bit of a short talk on some topic that hopefully will kind of help you on your path. And lately, I've been reading a lot of Zen stories because I like it. They're short, they hit you on the head, and get the point across. You know, I know some of you like to read a lot of long stuff. I'm not a patient. You know, sometimes people say, "Hey, patience is a virtue." I go, "Yeah, you're right. Patience is somebody else's virtue." I have not learned it yet, so I like it short, direct to the point, hit you on the head, no way you can miss it. So this story is quite simple. There's this guy. He's pretty distraught. He was feeling really bad, and he approached a Zen master. And he says, please, master, I feel lost and desperate. I don't know who am I? Who am I? Who am I? And he kept begging, please show me my true self. Okay? Please show me my true self. I don't know who I am. Whatever. He might be a mom, he might be a dad, he could be whatever, but who am I? Like a lot of us go through that, right? Who am I? What is my place in the universe? No, I made that up, but he just says, who am I? I want to know my true self. And guess what the teacher did? He looked away. Okay? So he followed the teacher. Master, please tell me my true self. Who am I? Who is my true self? Walked away again. Okay? And then he kept begging, please, tell me who I am. And the teacher, looking at him again, literally walked away. Okay? Walked away. This guy, feeling so frustrated, turned around, walked towards the door, about to leave. So just before he left, just like literally before he left the room, the teacher turned around and called him by his name. Whatever. Jack or Joe or whatever his name is. Called his name. He turned around and goes, yes? And the teacher says, there it is. That's the story. I know, I made it a little longer than it should be. Essentially, this person kept looking. What is my true self? And the funny part is, the teacher kept ignoring him because, hello, you need to find out. But even if I tell you, you probably won't believe me because you have your perceptions of what your true self is or who your true self is. Right? A lot of times we ask a psychic, clairvoyant, who am I? You're waiting for, in ancient times, in your past life is this and that, whatever. Tell you all this stuff that you want to hear. This teacher, being as clear and as sharp as he is, ignored him because he knew his heart was like he's looking for a, airy-fairy answer. Something probably give him significance. Oh, yeah, you're an ancient king, a yogi, or whatever. Your destiny, maybe. This is my guess. But the teacher, making it so simple, kept ignoring him. When he's about to leave, called his name. Yes, there it is. Now, let's dive a little deeper. When he was about to leave, when he called him, did he say, hey, that body, that male body, turn around? No. Did he say, hey, that feeling of loneliness and this being distraught? No. Did he say, hey, think of me, I'm talking to you? No. He just called his name. Meaning what? Back to the same topic. You're probably so tired of me, nagging you on this. Who is the mover of the body? I am. Who is the feeler of the feelings? I am. Who created those thoughts? I am. That's you. It's just in this lifetime, that I has a name. So when he called out his name, what happened? The I heard him and then moved the body, moved the mouth, and the mind says, the question to that answer has to be, yes. Get the idea? So, in fact, in some spiritual practices, some of you might not notice, in some spiritual practices, they do this thing. there's a vow of silence for a certain amount of time, not like 20, 30 years, just maybe, how many times a week, a certain amount of time. The morning lecture was about silence. Okay, for some of you who want to know more about that, watch the earlier video. We talk a little more about the power of silence. And the silence gives you the ability to observe, regulate, and respond properly to your environment or whatever that's outside of you. Okay? Without that silence, you don't get to observe. You're basically reacting to everything. So just as a short recap on that, I mean, how many times has it happened that somebody said something and we opened our big mouth and said something, and later on, oh man, I should not have said that. I got sucked into it. Sounds familiar? Because at that time, guess what happened? You did not give yourself the ability, or did not give yourself the chance to be silent, to observe, and then respond properly. So the lesson this morning is what my teacher calls the virtue of accurate perception, correct expression. Accurately perceiving what's going on through careful observation, correct interpretation. That person screamed at me. Okay, let's observe. Based on his body language, how he looks. He looks like he came from work. He looks like his body's tired. This guy's probably overworked and angry and upset, and I just happened to be the first guy he met after that. So that is the observation. The interpretation is he's probably stressed out. That's why he's a little rough on his language. So the correct expression, the correct response should be not to get angry at him, but to say, okay, this person's probably having a bad day. Either I walk away so it does not escalate, or what if I should ask him how I can be of service, how can I help him, and use water to put out fire. All this is happening, right? So the ability to do that is to do first what? Observe, evaluate, and then respond. Now, of course, you're saying, yeah, that's slow. Well, it takes practice. But without the ability to first be silent and observe, the rest don't follow. That's why a lot of us, I'm saying us because all have been through it, it's only through being hit on the head so many times you go, okay, next time I keep calm, be quiet, observe, and then respond. Okay? So that's the power of silence. Now, this story tonight is quite interesting. It's the same thing. This person kept wanting to know, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Did not get the ability, or was not taught to first observe. Who am I? What is my true self? I'm moving my body, getting up in the morning every day. Well, so who's moving my body? Who's moving it out of the bed? So there must be some being, some entity. Oh, I'm feeling really angry right now. I'm feeling very happy right now. But before I felt angry or happy, somebody already observed that I didn't have it until I had it. So that means the emotions came after it was created. So who created it? Well, nobody here but me, so it must be me. I have these thoughts, a thought of a new car, new house, or a thought of food, a thought of whatever. Wait, before I had those thoughts, I already existed. So who created these thoughts? Well, same thing. Nobody else is here. So it must be me. So who is this self, this entity, this being that moved the body, felt these feelings, created these thoughts? Again, there's nobody around. So common, simple logic will say, I. So that must be myself, the real self. Oh, okay. Let's have a temporary conclusion. That's the self. Let me look at this. Okay, I choose, the I, not to eat this food because it's bad for my health. Okay, I'm not moving towards it. Hey, I can control my thoughts, my emotions, my body. Interesting. Oh, this smoking and drugs and whatever else stuff, I know it's bad. That's statistically, we know it's bad for us. So let's try. Even though there's this urge, this habit, I've been doing it for a while. Okay, let's try. Let me just kind of exercise my power as the I and not do it. Not give in. Hey, it's working. Get the idea? It's the self. So that's why in certain practices, what they do, part of the learning is, number one, practicing silence for a few hours every week. And the initial part of that practice is, believe it or not, calling your own name. What? Yeah, just calling on your own name. Haven't you noticed? Some of you call your own name and says, "Hey, Stephen, don't do that." Like you're talking to yourself, but you're also the one talking. Have you had that experience? You know what happened? At that time, it might sound like something you just like self-talk, but what you don't realize is this. Part of it is the soul talking. Part of it is the body, the emotions, and thoughts, almost like an entity you're talking to. So in some of the spiritual practices, that's actually what they do. In those 2-3 hours of silence every week, before they do something, before they feel or act or whatever, they'll keep calling their own name. Hey, John, what are you doing? Hey, John, what are you thinking? Hey, Joe, whatever your name is. Hey, Mary, or whatever your name is, you just keep repeating your name. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, you want to meditate? You want to eat ice cream? Whatever, It comes to a point where as they keep having this conversation over and over again, they start noticing, wait, who's talking? Part one. Part two, who's responding? And part three, the most important part, the one talking can make the person who's listening do whatever the one talking wants. You understand what I'm talking about? Let's do this again. Let's say this person's starting the day. Okay, the first 3 hours, I'm going to practice this silence and calling my own name. Hey, Stephen, you want to go to the toilet? You want to go pee? The body says, yeah, I got to pee. Okay, you go pee. Next thing is like, you want some breakfast? Hey, Stephen, you want breakfast? The body says, or somebody answers, nah, I'm still full. Okay, let's not have. It's almost like a game initially. As you do this over and over a period of time, guess what happens? You start having a realization. You guys should try this. I'm not going to do it tonight because we're going to do the meditation, but you spend maybe, even if you spend 10 minutes on this, at some point you got to realize, like, I'm talking to myself. But wait, there's a difference. I'm talking to myself, but the talker, the one talking, and the so-called myself are actually separate beings. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like, hey, what do you want for lunch? Oh, I want some this. At some point, you start to have a realization, these are two separate beings. Then you start asking the question. If I'm answering this question, who's answering? Then you start thinking, well, there's certain foods I know it's bad for me, bad for my health, but I keep indulging in it. But this time when I ask the question, I'm given that little cushion of time. Hey, what do you want for lunch? This person says, I want pork chop, I want this, all, whatever, right? That's the craving. Then part of you will say, hey, that's not good for you. The other part of you, they want to answer, yeah, but I want it. So at some point you go, hey, don't do that. Guess what you're doing? You're starting to having a deeper realization. Imagine this is the soul. This is the body, the emotion, thoughts, the craving, the whatever it is, the tendencies, right? You start noticing this. The I start having a deeper realization of itself, differentiated from the wants, the needs, and the tendencies of the body, the emotions, and thoughts. So the influence, not even the realization of the I becomes more and more apparent, and that's why you start noticing something like this. That's a stupid thought. Have you had that experience? You think it's like, yeah, I think I'll do it. Then part of you go, that's dumb. Who in the right mind would do that? Have you had that experience? You got glimpses of it. Now, with meditation, spiritual practice, get what you're doing. You're literally going like this. I'm the spiritual self. These thoughts, emotions, and movements of the body are my fabrications. I made this happen. But if I don't want it, I choose not to. I won't. That's self-mastery. So that story might sound funny, like the teacher kept ignoring. When he finally called his name, turned around. Yes, there he is. That's the I. The deeper meaning is what? That I is literally the one moving the body, creating those feelings of distraught and frustration, and the thoughts of not being a good person and being ignorant of who they are. Get the idea? That's why this self-inquiry is so important. This technique of self-inquiry helps you, with no pressure, to identify what's I and what's not the I. You understand? It's as simple as that. Now, the most important part of this is when you ask that question is, don't give yourself stupid excuses. What does that mean? For example, there's certain foods you're not supposed to eat, or you're not supposed to smoke, or whatever it is. Pick something you're not supposed to do. But you've been doing it because part of you love it. Okay? Let's just make it simple. And you say, hey, you sure you want to smoke? That's not good. What you're doing is the I is enforcing its will on whoever's answering, which in this case is like a computer simulation of the thoughts, the emotions, and the tendencies or wants of the body that has already built like a gigantic thought form. I know, I'm getting a little weird on you in this one, but just hear me out. It's almost like a separate entity within you. Okay, don't go crazy. I didn't say you're possessed. Just hear me out. All our thoughts, our emotions, at some point, it's almost like a being. It's a sum total of our needs, our wants, our habits. It's almost like its entity by itself. Okay? So when you do this inquiry, hey, that smoking is not good for you. You shouldn't do that. The other side will say, well, but then again, you're stressed out of your mind, and this is the only thing that relieves stress. Whatever. It has like a built-in algorithm or programming that you already have packed in there. Over a period of time, you're indulging in that thing that you're not supposed to, right? It's there. That's going to answer you back. So, now that you have been able to, at least at that moment, have a glimpse of who you really are, and that this is not the I, you should put your will down and says, no, it's bad for you. You're not having it. Because you already got a glimpse of that separation. Make sense? Most people, that's the reason they have problems. They cannot differentiate the I from the fabrications of the I. Do you understand? At that point, you already got a glimpse that, hey, I created these are not good for me. So I will now enforce my will. Remember, you're a spiritual being of divine will. I'm going to enforce my will because based on I'm a spiritual being of divine intelligence, knowing it's dumb to do this, right? And also enforce the fact that my wanting to do this is not good. So that wanting, that emotion, desire is not good for me. So therefore, I'm going to utilize, or I'm going to, use my position as the mover, feeler, and thinker, because I'm a being of divine power. I'm a being of divine intelligence. I figure out this is stupid, this is dumb, and put my passion somewhere else that's good. You do that over and over again. Let me repeat it again. It's like training your horses. This horse wants to go that way. This horse wants to go that way. That horse wants to go that way. A bunch of wild horses. The charioteer's job is to keep saying, hey, you guys, we're going that way. Not that way, not that way, that way. And who's that doing it? I. That's that. Make sense? So next time you feel drawn to do this, drawn to do that, and you don't, part of you already knows, I don't think that's right. Start asking the question. Is that good? Is that good for you? Will that hurt anyone? As you keep inquiring, you know what you're doing? You're gently bring back your identity. And as we keep doing these meditations, what do? Initially, I'm not the body. I'm the spiritual self. I'm not these emotions. I am the spiritual self. I'm not any of my thoughts. I am the spiritual self. Who am I? The spiritual self. So as we do these meditations, your realization of the I gets stronger and stronger. So you'll notice next time that whatever that craving comes in or what that stupid tendency comes up, it's easier to question it. That's your path to self-mastery. That's it. Very simple. So that from that little story, I read it and I was meditating on it. Go, wow, these teachers are smart. They keep ignoring you until when you're ready to learn, they just simply utter one word. Well, there it is. Lesson is deep and permanent. I hope you got it. I read it. I had a realization myself. That's why I thought I'd share that with you. Okay? That's it. Let's meditate. Who's meditating? I. Who's sitting in their butt in the chair? I. Who's trying to calm their emotions in their mind? I. Okay, that's the guy I'm talking to. All right, shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my beloved teacher, Master Tokok Sui, Mahago Jumeling, we thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for realization of our true nature. We thank you in full faith. So be it. All right. Ready? Put your hands on your heart. This speeds up the process. Because when you have your hands on your heart area, your heart chakra, the heart gets stimulated. You become more sensitive. This energy triggers the crown. Your hands are pointing up. As your crown becomes more open, guess what happened? You start to have a deeper understanding because more divine energy comes down. Your download and your upload bandwidth is wider. Okay? So be aware of your crown. I am that. I am. I'm not the body. I am the spiritual self. I'm not any of my emotions. I am the spiritual self that created those emotions. I'm not my thoughts. I'm not even the mind. I am the spiritual self that created those thoughts. I am that. The spiritual self. The soul. I am that. Be still. I am connected in one to my higher soul, my higher self, an expanded part of the I, not bound by the body, the emotions, and thoughts. That is the real I. I am that, the Atma, the higher soul. Be still. I am connected in one to the divine spark in me. I am a child of God. I am one with God. I'm one with all. That is my true nature. I am that. A being of spiritual light. One with the universal ocean of spiritual light. I am that. Be still. That am I. We are one. There's only oneness. And just imagine all of us are inside the big bright sun looking out into the solar system. Just say we are one. We will do the meditation twin hearts. Just say our hearts are one, our crowns are one, our souls are one, our spirits are one. There's only oneness. Open your hands in blessing. Be aware of your heart. Be aware of your hands. Collectively project a beautiful beam of pink light through the sun and fill the entire earth. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, let me sow unconditional love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. Just think of all the people you know who are suffering, having challenges in their life, with their health, with their finances, their mental health, their relationships, any part of their life. Bless them with a new hope and faith and a better life. So be it. Bless them with hope and with faith for a new tomorrow. So be it. Where there is darkness, let me sow light. Darkness is the ignorance of one's true nature, a being of spiritual light. Bless every person, every being you know with spiritual light. Realization that they're the soul having an earthly experience. That this being of light is one with the universal light. May all be blessed with divine light. So it is. And where there is sadness, let me sow a tremendous amount of joy. Be aware of your heart, be aware of your hands. Fill the earth with peace, with love, with the spirit of forgiveness, with hope and with faith, with light and joy. So be it. So be it. Now, be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown. Exhale and stay there. Just keep your tongue in the roof of your mouth. Be aware of your crown. Be aware of your hands. Collectively project a brilliant golden light pouring out of the sun, filling the entire earth. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. May all be blessed. So be it. So be it. Just be still. Continue flooding the earth with beautiful golden light. Bless the cities and the areas being affected by the fires. Northern California, part of the Northwest in the United States, Greece, and other parts of the world that have other calamities going on. And of course, let's bless all the different people who are sick with COVID, directly or indirectly being affected. May they be blessed with physical and emotional healing. May all the caregivers be blessed with divine light, with divine protection, and divine healing energy. So be it. May all those who are having financial issues because of this be blessed with financial healing, prosperity healing. So be it. Let countries that have been ravaged by this be divinely blessed. Let there be divine mercy and compassion. So many countries Of course, the United States, Iran, Venezuela, Colombia, the Philippines. There's so many countries, Indonesia, and many countries that their statistics are not being reported properly, different parts of Africa. May all of them be divinely healed. So be it. So be it. Let us do our part. So be it. If you're sensitive, you might feel your hands tingling or like energy literally being sucked out of your hand. That's how much blessing these places need. We're just the pipelines. Let it flow through. If you know any family members or friends who are sick, bless them with divine healing energy, with wisdom and divine protection. So be it. Especially if you have loved ones and friends who are caregivers, who are taking care of all these sick people, sacrificing their own health, even their relationship and finances to be of service, empower them with beautiful golden light. May they be blessed 1,000-fold back for their kindness and their sacrifice. So be it. Blessings be to all. Now beware of your heart, beware of your crown. Fill the earth through your hands with even brighter golden light. Just let this beautiful golden light pour out of the sun and fill the entire earth. From the center of the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. May all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing, for so many physical, emotional, mental, and financial healing. So be it. So be it. May all be blessed with understanding, with harmony, goodwill, and the willingness to do good. So be it. Blessings be to all. Blessings be to all. Just be still. Keep your tongue in your palate. Some of you might feel so much energy rushing through you. That's how much blessings is needed in the world. Just let it flow through you. Keep your tongue in your palate to keep the channel wider. And just put your attention gently on your heart, your crown, and your hands. And let the energy keep pouring through us. You can focus on a particular country if you like. Some family members. Just pour that brilliant healing light to all these places. Bless Mother Earth in the areas where the fires are. Let it calm the place. Let it extinguish. Naturally, let these fires be extinguished. So be it. There's so many people who are suffering. May they be healed. So be it. So be it. From the center of the heart of God, may every person, every being in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, let every sentient being in every direction be divinely blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing, with goodwill and the willingness to do good. Blessings be to all. So be it. So be it, and so it is. Just keep your tongue in your palate and let the blessings flow through now. Blessings be to all. Blessings be to all. Now gently lower your hands on your lap. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your tongue still on the roof of your mouth. Above your crown, just imagine a beautiful golden flame. Be aware of your heart. Send a stream of love from your heart up to the crown and into that beautiful golden flame. And stay there. That is a glimpse of your true nature. Not the body, not the emotion, not the thoughts. Just brilliant light. Know it. That is your true nature, your true self. Be still. And listen. Be still. Be aware of the light that is you. And just simply let go and let things be now. Any sound, any noise you hear will just propel you deeper and deeper into that beautiful golden light. Now, let go. Let go. Gently, very, very slowly, gently and slowly move your fingers, move your toes. Gently and slowly come back to your physical body now. Take your time. Raise your hands in blessing. Let's release the excess energies our bodies cannot absorb. So first, imagine all your loved ones in front of you. Your family, your relatives, friends, whoever you want. Fill them all with golden light through your hands. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. Just saturate them with beautiful golden light. So much golden light. So much golden light. So it is. Now be aware of your feet and the base of your spine. Put your golden light down into the earth and verbally repeat after me. This helps ground you, okay? Let our beloved Mother Earth and all her children and all of creation be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. Now project massive amounts of golden light pouring down through the earth and let it spread everywhere below you. Just let it pour out of your feet, your hands, and the base of your spine. Just flood the earth below you with golden light. Blessings be to all. So be it. Okay, let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally to my teacher, Master Chokok Sri Mahaguju Mailing, we thank you for your immense blessings. In full faith, and so be it. All right, short meditation, like I was looking at it, maybe 12 minutes, slightly more. So, observe your thoughts. How are they? Observe your emotions. In fact, some of you didn't want to come back. You even forgot your body. Right? That's why I said, come back to your physical body. Because at that point, when you realize you're a being of light, guess what happens? You start to notice, hey, I actually have to go use that body. Do you realize that? Like some of you in such a deep meditation, it's so still, so quiet, like you're floating in the middle of nowhere. You're not even aware that, oh, I have hands, I have feet. See, at that point, at some level, you realize, I'm not that body. I use that body. That's why I said, come back to your body. When you move your fingers, there's a deep realization within you, I am moving my body. I'm moving my fingers. That's it. Super crazy simple. So, don't be looking for the true self outside. All you have to do is observe. Who's watching the body? Who's moving the body? Who's feeling the feelings, etc., etc. All of that is very simple. Just having that realization of who the true self is. That's just careful observation, correct interpretation, right? And then you act on it. That's it. And the ingredient that makes it a lot easier, as we covered in the previous video, is silence. You know, if this COVID thing has helped any of us, right? We're so busy doing 1,000 different things. Even myself, you know, I used to be on the plane every weekend, sometimes 3-4 airports in one day. Every week. But because of COVID last year, with the lockdown and everything, gosh, my travel has significantly less. But I still notice, but I'm able to touch more lives because you guys show up online. And since energy is everywhere, and if you're receptive, the teachings are the teachings, whether you're physically in front, or energetically, or online. Because you're not the body. Ding, 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 ding. You figure that out? That's the beauty of it. Then later on, maybe you'll understand what is bilocation and all that stuff that people talk about. Then you have a better understanding. Because as long as you're stuck with the physical body, all those things are fairy tales and science fiction. But once you understand you're not the body, you are actually the consciousness, the I, that is moving the body, why can't you be in two places at the same time? Anyway, talk about that later. Namaste. You all take care. Have a wonderful evening or day. We will see you Wednesday morning for Anchor the Light. And just quick announcement. I know some of you haven't done it yet. We have that free self-healing and introduction to feng shui. You know, how to arrange the energy around you. That's online. Just go to masterco.org. Aligning your inner and outer world. That's taught by Chandan Parinswara for the self-healing part. And I'm talking about how to, you know, arrange your environment so that it is conducive to knowing who you are and how you control your life. Okay, that's it. Namaste. You all take care. God bless. And we will see you Wednesday morning. Bye. Take care. Bye-bye.